Hey guys, my name is Maya. I'm new to the Vlogster, and let me just tell you about myself. My favorite color is green and pink. I'm a huge fan of Selena Gomez. Like, just look at my wall. Anyway, I do gymnastics, and I'm a level 4. I'm going in the 6th grade, and that was just a short video of telling you who I am, so you can see the real Maya.
Is it going? Okay. Hey guys. I know y'all probably like, girl, you got a setup or something? You got like an upgrade or something? Yep. We're using a real camera, not my phone or my iPad. I know, crazy. I don't own it, but it's a step in the right direction. So for this video, I was originally gonna like put on makeup, do the whole thing, and then I was like, I don't feel like it. I think I want this to be a little bit more raw, a little bit more personal. And I have work at 8 o'clock in the morning. It is 12:16 a.m. Right. Anyways, this video is for my exhibition called Archive of My Eras. And so I will be walking you through the archives of my eras. I don't know. And it will be broken up into 3 sections. The timeline, the reason, and the content. So let's just dive right in. And band the shirt. You know, we had to represent for this video. I feel like it was very appropriate. So I would say I've been a stan for most of, if not literally my entire life. And stan technically came from an Eminem song called Stan, which meant like stalker fan, but since then it has been reclaimed by the masses to mean like super fan. And it also, in my research for this, it got added to the actual dictionary as like a real word, so slay for us. If fan was just a person who like was really into something, I think stan is like the next level of dedication, and that is what I am to my very core. It is very hard for me to like something in a normal amount. Now, the earliest memories I have of standing something would be when I was like 6 to 8 years old, and I was like really into High School Musical and the whole franchise. I had, you know, the book bags, the lunch boxes, the pajamas, all the DVDs, of course, a few High School Musical themed birthday parties, literally the whole 9 yards. I was as much of a stan that I was able to be without, you know, having a phone or like using social media. I remember going to see it in the movie theaters, High School Musical 3. That was a really big event for me. I was obsessed with Ashley Tisdale and Sharpay because she loved everything pink and I loved everything pink, and she was just like a main slayer. And I think early me was like recognizing the slay because I myself am a main slayer, I could say. Now, if you ask my mother what my earliest stanship was, she would say the Wiggles when I was like 2, but obviously I don't remember that, so that's not part of this video. So disregard that part of my life. My next phase, which I think personally, why am I saying personally like there's any other opinions, but it's my life. This next phase is what kind of catapulted me into like who I am today and like what I do today. And that was Selena Gomez when I was 9 years old. I would say that it was a bit insane, but like this is what I do. Look at my wall. It's really not much different than when I was 9. It's just that the people are different. Like I fear that nothing has changed. I'm literally the same person. That was the first concert I went to. Again, if you ask my mom, my first concert was the Wiggles, but again, we're not counting that. So my first real concert was Selena Gomez when I was 10, and I have very vivid memories. This is like so embarrassing. of like when I was, you know, 9, 10, 11 years old, I would tape like one of the little posters from, I taped her picture to the teddy bear's face, and I would read the interview questions from that magazine like I was the interviewer, and then I would hand the mic over to Miss Selena and she would answer back. Yeah. Also, like, watching Disney Channel, of course. Wizards of Waverly Place was my favorite Disney show. Every time they played her music during the commercial breaks, girlie was singing and jumping. I also have a vivid memory of crying watching the Naturally music video play during a commercial break. I don't know what it is about that song, but like it just evokes such emotion. So this part in my life is literally when I was catapulted into stan culture and different stan communities, and that is when I got my first smartphone when I was, I think, 11 years old. Maybe I wasn't 11, maybe I was 12, but I definitely got social media when I was 11. I didn't have any internet supervision, was already showing stan tendencies, stan practices, if you will, and now I had access to the internet pretty much all the time. Yeah, put two and two together and figure out what happened after that. Now, I will be listing all of the phases that I've, not all, well, I'll be listing like 95% of the phases that I've gone through within my time on social media to present day. But I'm not going to go into detail in all of these in this video, because if I did, we would be here for 20 years. So this is just a brief list of all of my eras. High School Musical, Selena Gomez, The Hunger Games, The Fault in Our Stars, Divergent series, The Amazing Spider-Man series, Pretty Little Liars, Glee, RuPaul's Drag Race, MadCon, Colleen / Miranda Sings and Her Family, James Charles, Bretman Rock, The Descendants franchise, Stranger Things, Wonder Woman, It, as in the clown movie, Ariana Grande, and K-pop. So yeah, I've been around the block a few times. You could say that. You could definitely say that. So yeah, most of these phases obviously lasted longer than others, and some are still going on to this day. My first like stan account, it was on Instagram, and it was a combination account for The Amazing Spider-Man, the Divergent series, Hunger Games series, and The Fault in Our Stars. And you know, I posted like pictures of Andrew Garfield and Emma Stone, OTP. I will die on that hill. I'm so mad that they're not together. Please do not get me started on that. I post pictures of like Shailene Woodley and Jennifer Lawrence, you know. That's what I did. And I would follow people who liked the same movies as me, and it was fun. It was great. I kind of stayed on Instagram when I was in my TV show movie era, which included Pretty Little Liars and Glee. But it wasn't until I got into YouTubers that I started really using my Twitter account. I made my Twitter account on April 21st, 2013. The 10-year anniversary is coming up in a few days. I'm so geeked. Like, I made it for a church contest, like a photo contest that I never even entered, ironically. But I started using my Twitter like heavily in like 8th grade when I got into Miranda Sings. Yes. I mean, that makes sense at the time because I was in 8th grade, you know, I was like 13, 14 years old, and that's kind of like her audience age range. But of course, knowing me, standing Miranda was not enough. So I had to go the next level and, you know, figure out who she was behind the lipstick. Figure out who she really was. And that is how I found Colleen's channel, which is who she really is, her real name, Colleen Ballinger, and her entire family, who are also YouTubers and vloggers. And I've been following them since then, since 2015. To this day, I literally still watch Colleen's vlogs. She posts a vlog every single day. She has kids now, she's married. Like, I've been there through it all, thick and thin. I've been right there. And I'm gonna be watching her vlogs until she stops YouTube, which hopefully that day never comes. Hopefully she's posting, you know, when she's 60, because I don't know how I can like eat dinner for the rest of my life without watching her daily vlog. How am I gonna eat? Also, not only did I get into her entire family because of her, but I also started watching other YouTubers. So like, I think the YouTubers I was mainly watching around that time would be like Joey Graceffa, Hannah Hart, Mamrie Hart, Tyler Oakley, like those kind of YouTubers. Anna Marbles, my god. I miss her so much. So like, the people you meet in fandoms, they can be some of your best friends. I have been in a group chat with my friends that I met in the Colleen fandom since 2016, and we are still friends to this day. We still talk. It's great. I love them. Shout out to Yikes. Technically, I was active in the Colleen fandom up until like early 2017, and I would say the months of like May through August 2017, I would call that my stan limbo era, where I was kind of just like bouncing around all over the place. I didn't really settle on like a home fandom until September 2017, which we'll get to that. During that time is when I was, you know, into Bretman Rock a lot. He interacted a lot with me on Twitter. Kind of like we're best friends. I don't know. Kind of like we're close like this. Also James Charles, which is a little bit embarrassing to say now, and the Descendants, Stranger Things is kind of like iffy, because like every time a new season of Stranger Things comes out, I like re-enter Stranger Things era, but like it's a Netflix show, and you know Netflix shows take like 20,000 years to come out with a new season, so she's like, you know, on and off. But yeah, all those things kind of fizzled out once we hit September 21st, 2017, which is the day that I started standing BTS. I have this date memorized, and I know the exact date because I posted on my Finsta something like, y'all, I think I might have just accidentally started standing BTS. Because let's rewind back to May of 2017. Again, I was in my limbo era, didn't really know what my purpose was on Twitter, and me and the group chat, we was just talking, you know, doing our thing. We were kind of like all in our limbo stage because the Colleen fandom started falling apart late 2016 for reasons I'm not getting into in this video. That's a whole different video for another time. So we were all kind of just like locals, which was really embarrassing for me because I've never been a local in my entire life. Not that it's bad to be a local. Shout out to locals, because if they weren't locals, then there wouldn't be people like me. I remember during the AMAs, and that was the first time that BTS had appeared on an American awards show, and I didn't know who they were at the time. My friends didn't know who they were at the time, and I was still like heavy into like YouTuber Twitter, so like nobody who I followed knew who BTS was, and they were kind of all making jokes about the whole thing, like, oh my god, why are there so many of them, da 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 da. And I was like, I don't know who these people are. So I wouldn't say September is when I discovered BTS, because I knew who they were in May. I watched a few of their music videos after the AMAs, but it didn't really stick with me for some reason. September is when DNA came out, and I don't know. Something about hearing DNA. K-pop was a whole new world for me, because like I said, I had only been into like movies, TV shows, YouTubers at this point. And K-pop in itself is kind of like a K-pop stan. It's kind of like an umbrella term, because there's so many different types of K-pop stans, just because there's like hundreds of groups to be into. But with K-pop comes all these things that I had never experienced. You have, of course, the music, and K-pop groups, they be pumping out that music. I would say most groups put out, I don't know, 2 to 3 albums a year. And by album, I mean like, you know, mini albums, EPs, single albums, not like full length, like 10 to 12 song albums, but they will drop those like once every 2 years-ish. You have the very elaborate music videos that they make. You have music shows, variety shows, the merch, the concerts, the constant media that you get, like YouTube videos and like reality show type videos, DVDs of the concerts, like it was a lot. And for someone like me who enjoys doing these things, it was like, I was like, oh my God, how have I been missing out on this for all these years? I started out with only standing BTS. I think that lasted for like a month or two. And over time, I got into more groups and I became what we call a multi. And I mean, the rest is history. So the groups that I currently stan would be ITZY and BTS, who are my top two groups. And then TXT, Twice, NMIXX, LE SSERAFIM, Stacy, aespa, Kepler, XG, IVE, and then of course like other groups that I like casually listen to, but I wouldn't say I stan them. Literally the only reason why I have had 2 jobs at a time since the time I was 16 is to fund my K-pop stan lifestyle. It's very expensive. I mean, by choice. It's expensive by choice, but again, y'all know who I am at this point. Y'all have watched this much of the video, you should get the kind of person that I am by now. I've been talking for like 2 hours. Are you serious? I have 2 more chapters. I'm sick. Okay. Now, I don't know the specific reason why I am a stan, other than the fact that it just literally runs through my blood. Like, I have no control over it. It's not a choice that I stan things. It's literally just who I am. I was born this way. What do you want me to say? I will say though that one of the reasons that I, enjoy standing people and forms of media is the overwhelming feeling of like joy and happiness that I get when I am noticed by the people that I stan, which is like a really big deal for me. Now, I'm not saying all stans are the same. I'm not saying that. But like, to me, the highest level of stan that you can achieve is being noticed by your faves. I think that's one of the reasons why I post so much on social media, because I'm like just always trying to get attention. And I'm not to like toot my own horn or anything, but like it kind of works out for me, like pretty much always. On Twitter, like when I was in my YouTuber stan era, I got follow backs from like pretty much almost every YouTuber that I watched, which is excellent. Like they still follow me to this day. Like we're mutuals. I'm sure that sometimes I pop up on their Twitter feed and they're like, what is all this K-pop stuff? And that's me spreading the K-pop agenda, right? I've had my tweets replied to, I've had my tweets retweeted and liked. I've been mentioned in videos and shown in videos that they posted on YouTube.
The worst thing that Gus has done since you got him. Well, this little dude pooped on my chest while I was sleeping.
It's from Maya Fisher. It says to Bratman, happy birthday, thank you so much. Ooh, she's a cute girl. Here's my most recent school picture because my beauty is enough of a gift. Aw, thank you. You're so cute. Look how cute this bitch is. She's so cute. Maya, you cute or whatever.
I've had friends who met them get videos for me of them saying hi to me.
Hi Maya, I love you.
Thank you.
Hi, this is Maya, Lauren, and Katie. James Charles here, Playlist Live. Love you guys. Stay shuffled.
Which was like a really big thing in 2016 to like have like a YouTuber like shout you out like in your own personal video. That was like, really, I wouldn't say that's really common with YouTubers, but like it happened a lot to me personally. I don't know, it's just because I'm such a great person. What can I say? K-pop is a little bit different because like they're kind of, they're on the level of like actors, actresses who like they feel a little bit unreachable. But even so, I found a way. I am so lucky and grateful for all of the experiences that I've had and all of the notices that I've had. Technically they were like indirectly, but like I'm still counting them. But one time I had a dance cover that I did. A snip of it was like put into a compilation that was shown during a variety show appearance that TXT was on. And then another one was I submitted a video for like this army sing-along that was put in the video. It's on YouTube, you can watch it.
You know I glow up. Hey, so let's go. 'Cause I'm in the stars tonight.
That also had BTS in it. I don't know if TXT, well, I know TXT watched it because it was live and they were watching it on the screen, so they definitely saw me. It was like 0.3 seconds, but I'm counting it. I don't know if BTS watched the video, but I'm just gonna think in my head that they did. But definitely the most like noticed I've been within the K-pop community is I have had the opportunity to speak one-on-one with Chaeyoung from ITZY, my wife, I think at this point 9 times. I'm losing count because it's just so many over like a year and a half. I mean, it's not like long. Each conversation is like 90 seconds each, but it's happened 9 times. And we're at the point where like she recognizes me, she knows who I am, and my face. Hi! Nice to see you again.
We met poster.
Yeah. And that means like everything to me. It's like, I would say the biggest accomplishment in my life thus far. Probably for the rest of my life. I don't think anything's ever gonna top this until the day I like meet her face to face, which has already happened as well. A few times. And I, saw them in concert a few times, which then she remembered me from the concert, and I was like, this is like, I don't know. It's just like, it doesn't really feel real, but like, I'm so grateful. I mean, of course I did this myself. I did a lot of hard work to win these. Again, different video for a different day. I'm not getting into video calls, but like, yeah. The reason that I won these video calls, just very quick tangent. A video call is a virtual form of a fan meet, and fan meets are these things that K-pop groups do where, anywhere from like 30 to 100 to 200 people win the opportunity to meet these groups in person, and then the group will like sit at a table. People will like line up and they'll go one by one and like speak with every member. The member will like sign their album while they're talking to them, and then they get the signed album, and they also do like, little games and stuff during these fan meets. And usually, they're only in South Korea, so like international fans typically do not get the opportunity to go to these fan meets unless they, go to South Korea, which is not an option for a lot of us. But then when COVID hit, they couldn't do in-person fan meets, so they started this thing, video calls, which were just virtual versions of fan meets, which also allowed international fans to participate in them, which is how I am able to do them, because of course I don't go to South Korea every time I want to do a video call. Now, merch. I feel like I've been talking forever, oh my god. So merch is something that I would say I'm addicted to. Back in my YouTuber stan era, yes, I bought merch. YouTubers around that time, it was very common for them to have like t-shirts and like hoodies. And a lot of YouTubers wrote books. I would say some did not need to write books, but a lot of them did. And I do own those things. Let me show you. Ironically enough, I can't find any of it. Shocker. But I do have this vintage Miranda Sings t-shirt. As you can see, she's quite old. I actually wore this literally 2 days ago. But I also had, Miranda Sings book, Self-Health. I had He Who Shall Not Be Named's book. I think it was called I Hate Myself. I had Vlog Squad merch, which was kind of like towards the end of my YouTuber era, but I had like, David Dobrik. I had the clickbait hoodie, the vintage clickbait hoodie with the DXL on it when David and Liza were still together. Yeah, very vintage. I had like pretty much every member of the Vlog Squad. They had a shirt. I had all of them. I had Rachel's book, Rachel Colleen's sister. I had her book. And so YouTuber merch was kind of limited to just t-shirts and books, but K-pop, they kind of like thrive on merch. Like they love them some merch. You give them anything that exists ever. You slap a K-pop group's like logo onto it, sell it for $50. Oh, it's gonna sell out. It's gonna get sold. Like, I think K-pop fans, me included, just feel the need to own every single thing because they bait us with photo cards. I'll show you guys what my room looks like. There's a display of my room in the exhibition, but like this is the real thing, me in the environment. Yeah. I mean, you can see the background. And so albums, K-pop albums are not like your typical Western artist albums. It's not just, you know, a CD in a plastic case. No, no, no. All those things that you see on my shelf are albums. They look like books, but they're not. I'm gonna show you guys an in-depth tour of what, you know, an average K-pop album looks like. Here we have Cheshire by ITZY. My old group, love them. They look so good. This is version B. A lot of albums have multiple versions, and the versions just mean that there's different pictures in the photo book, or there's just something different. Same album, same music, different content. You would have the photo book, which is just exactly what it sounds like. Pictures of the idols in the group, and they look really good. Let me show you guys my bae. Like, come on now, she's eating. She's really eating the girls up. And then you would have a poster. Of course, there's multiple versions of posters depending on the album that you buy. Then you have usually a lyric sheet, which is just, again, exactly what it sounds like. Kind of like a poster. A lot of people hang this up, but it's just like, you know, the lyrics of the songs. On the back, there's just another poster graphic. They added this to the Cheshire album. You're probably like, girl, what is that? Let me show you. It's a little dice of all of their faces on it. What's the purpose? I don't know, but it was really fun to put together, and I have like 12 of these because they're so fun. And then you have the stuff that people really care about, which is the photo cards and postcards. Everything's random, by the way. Everything's random. If there's 7 members in a group, you could get any one of the 7 members, depending on, you know, how many inclusions there are, what the version is, all these things. It encourages people to buy multiple because, you know, everyone wants their favorite member. And it also encourages, you know, trading, selling, buying, whole different, I'm not getting into that. But see, you have this like clear postcard, a film strip of, and you know, again, a random member. And then you have the photo cards. You see, they included like a stock one. So like every album included like one of this like, you know, card stock, square corners one. And then you have the selfie and unit photo cards. So these are hot commodities. I would say, depending on the group, photo card like this sells for like, you know, $5 to $10. BTS ones are usually 10 to 12. They should be 10 in my opinion, but they're kind of like Pokemon cards, and people trade, buy, sell them like such. I am addicted to photo cards. All these binders right here are photo cards. This is my ITZY collect book. I made it really cute, DIY this binder, and I would say I've spent a few $1,000s on all the photo cards in here. You have like your regular album photo cards, and then you have like special photo cards, which are even more expensive, more like rare. But see, like all of these did not come in the album. They were like extra photo cards that you got. If you bought an album, you got the album photo cards plus one of these. So yeah, again, I'm not saying that like, you know, you have to be noticed to be a fan, or you have to have merch to be a fan, but like to me personally, that is how I feel accomplished as a fan. And like, you know, it's like time well spent. I don't know, it's like, oh, I want the people who I admire to know that I admire them. I want them to know that I love them, you know? So as I've already mentioned, I've been on the internet for some time now. Technically, I know I said I had my first Stan account on Instagram, but my first actual social media account was Vine. I made it in secret behind my parents' back, but eventually, you know, they just let me have it. I would say that Vine being my first, like, the social media that I, like, followed people on and saw content on, that being my first one, would go on to influence the content that I would make myself. Personally, if you ask me, I think that I'm the funniest person on the planet and I'm the best person on the planet. However, I am quite shy IRL, and I would say that I suffer from pretty bad social anxiety, which means I don't speak up. I don't speak. If there's people in the room, I won't speak, which feels like a disservice because I'm robbing all those people from, like, me being the funniest person alive. Like, I don't know, maybe I should just, like, suck it up and get over it, but I can't. I've tried. And it's only gotten worser. It's only gotten worse as I've gotten older, it seems. So it's not looking too good for, you know, 30-year-old Maya. Like, even the thought of, like, my friends and family watching this and, like, this playing out loud in the gallery while I'm in the gallery with it, it's kind of making me break out into a nervous sweat. Like, I don't know, like, I'm scared, like, this is weird and awkward. Future me, you know that this is weird and awkward. I know this is weird and awkward as I'm filming this, but just, like, I'm not gonna be able to listen to it. I'm gonna be like, you guys see me walking around the gallery, I'm gonna be like. So I think that by, you know, posting videos and, you know, just content online and making friends online, it's been my way of being able to fully express myself and, like, it sounds corny, but, like, be who I am. Most of the videos that I have posted have been on Twitter. Not now, because that's TikTok, but, like, before TikTok, I was posting all my videos on Twitter. And like I said, my 10-year anniversary of my account is in a few days. So I, you know, went through my Twitter and I found some of my best moments from over the years. And they're kind of cringy to watch, but they're very telling of the time. Like, they're giving very much 2015, 2016 vibes. Like, just the jargon I used and, I don't know, the way I talked. It's, like, really hard to watch personally, but it's like, it's an archive, guys. It's an archive. That's literally the point of the show. They ranged from, like, meme format. Like, I was, like, trying to make myself a meme. Okay, guys, this is my longest yeah boy ever. My longest yeah boy. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, boy! To, like, dance videos. To,
I'm like, honestly, I don't know nothing about mopeds. He said, I got the one for you. Follow me. Ooh, it's too real. Chromed out mirror, I don't need a windshield. Banana seat, a canopy on 2 wheels. 800 cash, that's a hell of a deal. I'm headed out.
Like, recreating videos from people I watched and, like, parodies, stuff like that. Or just, like, me talking. Or, like, lip syncing to audios I thought were funny.
She said that those shoes were meant to be worn on a beautiful woman. So if that's the case, she should have put them back on the rack. And she should never even purchase them because she was unqualified to own those shoes if that's the case.
Which, I was kind of a trendsetter. Maybe I started TikTok. Am I the creator of TikTok? Going to, like, what I do now, which is TikTok, I've been posting since it was Musical.ly, but the videos I was posting on Musical.ly were not, like, stan content. They were just, like, me dancing and doing, like, the silly little Musical.ly trends that were going on at the time. Ew! It's the Maya lore. It's just, you know, you gotta know the Maya lore to, like, know me, and the Musical.ly videos are part of that. I think the first video I posted was actually on my birthday, June 10th, 2019, my 18th birthday. Wow, what a momentous occasion.
You've been acting awful tough lately, smoking a lot of cigarettes lately, but inside, it's just a little baby.
Since I was into K-pop at that time, my content would soon evolve into K-pop content. Okay. I'm scared. What if I got him again? Oh my god, that'd be crazy. Okay, here we go. I'm scared. I'm scared.
Go.
I just love her. I have all her CDs and her t-shirts, everything. I just love her. Oh my god.
I didn't blow up on TikTok until like, I don't know, December 2019 or like January 2020. Like it was like early 2020. I think the pandemic and like quarantine, that's like when I really blew up on TikTok. Now I'm not gonna sit here and lie and say that I didn't expect to blow up on TikTok, because as I have already said, I think I'm the best person alive. And that's not me being cocky, that's just me being real and stating facts. Like, I am funny, it's a fact. Everybody knows that. And I mean, I also would not say that I am famous on TikTok. I would just say that I have a following. Like, to me, famous means, oh, you get recognized on the street. Like, you need like security and you're like a household name. Like, you appear on TV. That's not me at all. Of course, I get recognized in public, but the public being like a K-pop concert where everybody who's there is a K-pop stan and I post K-pop content. So like, you know, a very niche group of people all together, like, yeah, like they're gonna know me. Like, again, not to toot my own horn, I'm just stating the facts. And I think that's like really cool. I mean, eventually my goal is to be like famous. My dream job, if I had to have a dream job, technically my dream job is to not work at all and just be rich. But if I had to have a dream job, it would be like social media influencer. So that's the goal one day. I'm not there yet, but it is really, really cool to like, you know, when I'm at K-pop concerts or I go to K-Con and like people come up to me and they ask to take a picture with me, or like they say they watch my videos, like, I don't know, I'll be feeling all sappy and like, oh, thanks, babe. Like, thanks for watching. Thanks for supporting. I really love it. I think what's also really cool about that is the fact that I'm posting the same things that I would post even if I didn't have, you know, the amount of followers that I have. Like, the videos I post now, they still have the same vibe of the videos that I posted, you know, when I was in 9th grade, 10th grade, and I was just posting them for, you know, my Twitter friends. The only difference now is that it's like K-pop related and I'm posting for hundreds of thousands of people instead of, you know, a few thousand people. Going forward, I would love to transition more from TikTok over to YouTube. Now that I am graduating and I will have the time, because I definitely didn't have the time during college, absolutely not. I definitely want to start building that platform and like kind of like round myself out and not just be so focused on TikTok. So that's the goal. So yeah, that is pretty much a deep dive into MyaAlissa, Honey Tay, whatever you want to call me, whatever you refer to me as. Because I feel like, I mean, there's not really much else to me other than like a stan. Also, yeah, the art thing. The art thing's cool too. I don't think the concept of standing itself is like new in the slightest. Like, I'm positive that some of y'all oldies out there, or some of y'all, what's y'all called? Boomers? No. I guess, I mean, yeah. Like Gen X, millennials. Like, I'm sure y'all was out there standing like, I don't know who was out at y'all time. The Backstreet Boys. Do you think that like Beethoven had stands? You think that people back in the day used to stand Beethoven and like Mozart? I wonder what they did. You think like when they would hold concerts, they would like try and get like the sheet music or something? Like, oh my god, I got Beethoven's sheet music from this one concert and he signed it with his quill. Oh. Point is, standing is not a new concept, but I think that like later millennials, Gen Z, even Gen Alpha Gen, is that the new one? I don't know. I think that our version of standing is like a new experience because we have the internet and social media, especially like over like the past few years. It's kind of really like blown up, I would say. I feel like we are pioneering a new era of standing as we speak. And like social media has allowed us to connect with people who have the same interests as us in ways that were never possible before. You could be talking to somebody across the world about something that you guys both like, which I think is really cool. And so with my, with my content, with my art, I kind of want to keep making like stan culture a bit more mainstream. I feel like a lot of people my age, especially like in high school, like were, afraid to say they stan K-pop, or afraid to say they liked anime, or that they liked, a YouTuber or something. Nowadays, I think it's more common, but I want to keep making it more mainstream and like normalized standing. Yes, I've had so much fun creating this exhibition and the artwork for it, because it has pushed me to make a more personal connection with standing and the fan art that I usually make. And it's been really fun to make these pieces. I've never done anything like this before, so it was a great experience, and I'm happy that I got to make things that both look slay and also like mean something to me, I guess. I'm not gonna sit here and like cry or anything, but like, it felt great. It was fun. She slayed. It was a good time. And yeah, that is about it. Hope you guys all enjoyed. Thanks for watching. If you're watching this on YouTube, subscribe please. Like I said, I'm trying to blow up my YouTube this year, so like make it happen. Like and subscribe. If you're watching this in the exhibition, thank you for coming. I really appreciate it. Hope you enjoy my paintings and my miniature room and this video. So yeah, I don't have anything else to say. Bye.